No time for music in this one. I'm going to go through the finds that I got at the, what do you call it, at the thrift shop. I really need people, whoever watches this, to weigh in on this and let me know two things. Do you think that these were random? Like not completely searched and then they like divided it up among different bags? Or do you think they're searched? I paid $8 and change is all for this, and I'll go through most of the cards here. But I think it'd be probably the regular price if it went back tomorrow, like $11. It's not the price that worries me. It's just like if I just don't want to be buying commons. But I'll show you. I think there's a chance that it may not have been searched completely. So let me go through the lower end stuff. These were in there. These score first round picks. There was a Ben McDonald, but Mo Vaughn's the only decent one for me out of there. The rest is donation. These two Kirk Gibson cards were in there. Donation. Nothing wrong with those, but so these were in there. I didn't even notice these earlier Stadium Club in there. This looked like it was picked over. Roberto Alomar, Smoltz, and then Eckersley were the only three like decent cards in there. And I don't even keep Eckersley. These were in there. Let me move the Mo's on off to the keeper card area. I keep all my Mo's. So there's a ton of 86 Fleer in there. A nice little stack. And these were definitely picked over. It looked like, although when I say picked over, it looked like, because all the stickers, it looked like they just opened packs at the time, took the cards out that they wanted, and left the all together with the stickers. So the only cards in here that were like noticed, like a Harold Baines, a Phil Necro, a Dale Murphy, and a Lee Smith. That was really it. Craig Gerber, no relation. So yeah, not much going on there. I'm going to keep these because I need to put the set together still. So I at least got that out of that portion. Okay. This is, I don't know, this is one of the, maybe the second best find out of here. It's 1984 All-Star card. So out of the 1985, so it's a complete set. I probably would have bought this for a couple bucks because there's a Sandberg in there. I had this card, but it's a complete set, so that's awesome. And then these were randomly in there. And these are pretty much McGuire, Mattingly, Canseco, a really poorly cut Jeff Gregory's card, and then Gary Sheffield, a little miscut, Future Stars, and then some commons there too. So we'll get to the good stuff here. This was one random card in there. This is the only one. This is kind of like makes me think a little bit like the Carlton Fisk. Did they just throw this in there like, hey, someone who knew what it was, like throw the Fisk on top or something? But it's off-centered. So let's get to the vintage stuff now. I'll try to get the newer stuff first. So there was a bunch of these Jim Rice, George Foster cards in there. Some Guidry, Gaylord Perry, Cubs Future Stars. Wait, I don't know what year. There's two of these, the old wood grain one. Jay Johnson used to play for the Cubs. Hall of Famer Ted Simmons, a couple of those. Jim Cott. There's a Kevin Bass, Ned Yost prospects card. There's nobody on that. There's a Vance Law prospects card. Terry Kennedy. Oh yeah, I don't know any of them. There's a nice condition Greg Nettles card there. Older Harold Baines, Keith Hernandez, Bob Denier. I'm actually going to put that in my Cubs book. Old Don Kessinger, Ray Fosse. I've heard that name before. There's a Lou Brock Yastrzemski card. Jim Cotton, Don Sutton, and then here's some older cards. Let me put this to the side. This is really poorly miscut. Chico Ruiz. There's the Davy Johnson, the manager. It's pretty banged up, but that's his Gold Cup card. Carroll. I don't know any of these other guys that's banged up. So those are older at least. These. I didn't really recognize anybody out of these. Cream Splitdorf. And then here's like a traded. It's not the set. There's like one or two doubles, but there's the best card was a Lou Piniella out of those. So just haven't been able to get the feel at this point whether or not I think it was completely picked through. Here's the last stack before we get to the 75s. Some of these are banged up, some are decent condition. Like there's another Split Dwarf. It makes me wonder when they were kids. Amos Otis, the wife knows him actually. Let's see here. And then a bunch of team cards. Like it almost like can't be random, just team cards. And you know, like the person at the thrift store sorting them in different bags, saying, "Well, I'll just put all the team cards in here." And then here's a 75, a huge stack of 1975 cards. Very happy with that. There was a couple that were like maybe almost tossed, but most of them were in like I'd call mid to low grade like set condition. I mean, I literally put these up in a lot and get my money back for what I paid for these cards. But the best cards out of the 75 was a Phil Niekro, a little banged up. A Goose Gossage. Don Baylor. This is Billy Williams at the end of his career from the Cubs. A Louis Tiant. This is Don Sutton. Davey Johnson again. Here's a Victory Leaders with Fergie, Phil Niekro, Catfish Hunter. I think that's Catfish. And then these, I like these. Most Valuable Player Go Back cards. There's a Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax. There's a nice Mickey Mantle and Hank Aaron card right there. Cool. There's a Skip Pitlock, my favorite player of all time now. Oh, he's with the White Sox. Skip Pitlock. And then I did hit the big one. I did hit the Brett. I'm very happy. I did hit the Brett from the 75. Oh, wait. I was looking for George Brett, not Ken Brett. And then, like, there's other names in here. Cookie Rojas. There's people I've heard of, Rusty Staub, Bert Campaneris. There's other names in there. So I'm just wondering, maybe did they get like a whole set of these and they divided them up and I just happened to get this part? So let me know. Should I go back and buy the other ones? They'll be like $11 plus tax, $12. I'm not worried about the price. It's a fair price. Or do you think that they were searched through? Okay, let me know. Thank you very much. Later.